Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mike Norris. We're going to talk about Chapter 13, bankruptcy, and I'm an attorney here in Indiana, do a lot of that kind of work, hoping to assist you with a basic understanding so you don't have to worry too much about what can be complex legal topics. I've practiced law for 33 years and really enjoy these YouTube videos because, frankly, as a former full-time college professor, I've always thought that knowledge is power. The more you know about your personal affairs, the less you have to worry. And I have suggested for you there my phone number. If you have questions, you can call me at any time. I am a lawyer in Indiana and pretty conversant with the law there. Other states will have various changes that make it a little bit different. I encourage you always to consult with a lawyer who practices in the state where you live to get you the very best advice. Because I'm an attorney, I have to tell you that this is advertising material. But let's talk a little bit about the purpose of this video. What we're trying to do is discuss Chapter 13 bankruptcy, how it works, the ins and outs, the mechanics. In a short video, we won't get too far. We're going to take a run at it and do the very best we can. I want to discuss how to protect in bankruptcy your home, your car, your wages, and other assets that you possess. Payment plans in bankruptcy are referred to as Chapter 13s. The reason they're called Chapter 13s is the book for bankruptcy is Title 11 in the United States Code. And the 7th chapter relates to the liquidation of debt without a payment plan. That's Chapter 7. And the 13th chapter relates to the liquidation of debt with a payment plan. That's what we're talking about today, is the Chapter 13. These payment plans go for 60 months. The court will devise a plan for you, consulting with you and your attorney, that pays out over 60 months. And they're very good for dealing with tax debt. There is no interest or penalties involved when there is tax debt in a Chapter 13. That, of course, can be a great advantage. We all know how penalties and interest can be a crushing burden over time. The Chapter 13s are good for making up an arrearage on a home. If you owe back due payments, they can all be paid out over 60 months. And a Chapter 13 may be required here in Indiana based on income of approximately $40,000 for an individual, approximately $50,000 for a couple. So many times folks are in a Chapter 13 simply because the law requires it at the income level which they have. There are further advantages to the Chapter 13. One advantage is you can often wind up paying less than the debt itself. This is a tremendous advantage. Not only do interest and penalties go away, but even the full amount of the debt may not necessarily be paid. You might wind up paying 40, 50, 60% of the debt, depending on income and other expenses which you have. There is no interest assessed on any debt, and penalties of any sort are not assessed in a Chapter 13. Not just for tax debt, but for all debt, interest and penalties are stayed or stopped as of the date of the bankruptcy filing. As soon as your case is filed, this is one of the primary advantages to Chapter 13. The law has what is called an automatic stay or an automatic stop on all state court proceedings, other proceedings against you. Well, gosh, this protects you from a bank account garnishment, a wage garnishment, a car repossession and sale, a home foreclosure lawsuit or sale. These are tremendous advantages to give you a little breathing space, a few months to get your head together on a payment plan so that the courts can assist you in keeping your assets. When should you consider a Chapter 13 bankruptcy if you're an individual? If your income is too high for a Chapter 7, as discussed earlier, the Chapter 13 can be an excellent resource for you. If you need a payment plan on a house or a car, because of the fact you've gotten behind on payments, again, a Chapter 13 can really help. The tax man is getting too aggressive. That's another reason for a good Chapter 13 filing. The tax liens and the tax levies will stop. They cannot be moving forward on those if a Chapter 13 is filed. And if you just don't want your assets taken, you're trying to reorganize and find some way to hold on to the things you possess, again, a Chapter 13 can be an excellent resource. Well, I'm sorry we can't cover more in a short video. As you know, these YouTube videos just cut us off a little shorter than we'd like to be. But you should stop worrying and get some information today. If you're here in Indiana, you need some advice on the law right in this state, I can certainly help you. I can give you some broad brush analysis of legal problems without acting as your counsel outside of Indiana, give you a little grounding in how the law works. You can email me anytime, mike@mikenorrislaw.com. I do have a blog on my website, mikenorrislaw.com. Please follow the blog. We have excellent financial information we post from time to time. I have put out other YouTubes, and those, of course, are a great advantage, the YouTubes, to give you some clarity on various financial issues. And I want you to remember that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. If you don't have the kind of financial savvy and acumen you'd like to have, now is a time to start. If you're worried about financial matters, get some good, solid advice. That single step can assist you in moving a long way forward. All of us need to watch our pennies and know now how to deal with these financial affairs. Well, that's about all we can cover today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for listening in. Mike Norris signing off. Have a great day.